Smiles, relief, all the emotions balled into one. We're live on the postgame show on the CCIW network. Eric Elger, Peter Ferreri, and winning head coach Steve Djurickovic. Coach, my heart was pounding a little bit. Talk me through that final sequence.
We told Antoine, you got one job, put this ball up on the rim, and the rest are going to follow. So we wanted him to get downhill and told everybody else, attack the glass, had 2 opportunities at it. Good thing one of them went in, so we don't have to play extra basketball.
And you take a look at tonight, I mean, your defense did the same thing it's done all season, one of the best three-point shooting defenses in the country. There you had the same success holding North Central to really a tough night from behind the arc. It just came to those mid-range games that it was tough for North Central to stop. What did you see that kind of presented the Cardinals a tough matchup in that mid-range game?
They got good players, and they put them in good spots. And our job all year has been to give up contested twos, contested mid-range shots, and you play the percentages right, 3 better than 2 in that. We run people off the three-point line very well, but give their guys credit. They stepped up and hit some shots, and they got a lot of talented pieces in there too. And, you know, I think they've been in this situation a lot this year. They've been in so many close games, one-possession games, overtime games, and they're a tough physical group, and they're a tough team to play against. They're not the biggest team you'll see all year, but I think they're leading the conference in offensive rebounds. They put their head down. They go to the glass. They're very tough on both ends. And, you know, to be honest, I thought we did enough to win today. Obviously proud of our guys for that. We got to come back ready to work tomorrow, though, and I got to do a better job. I thought, you know, Vince did a heck of a job today putting his people in the right spots.
And offensively, it looked like that first half felt more of like a Carthage speed, 40-38. And then just becomes a slugfest, 27-27 in the second half. What does it say about your team is that you can play kind of whatever style they throw at you? I mean, you played North Park last game, really an up-and-down type of team. You guys can spread it out, put up 85 points, but then on the same side, hey, if it gets a little lower scoring game, you still got the guys to make that happen too.
I think it does come down to both sides, and I think defensively we've been special all year. I think we're top 15 in the country in defensive rebounds. We're top 15, 20 in the country in three-point field goal percentage defense, stuff that we key on. But they came out with a little bit better effort tonight, I thought. I don't think we got over ball screens as well as we normally do today. We had a few miscommunication errors that got them to good looks, but yeah, it's on us. We can play different styles. We'd like to get up and down a little bit more. Obviously, I think we shot 1 of 13 from 3 in the second half, had some really good looks to try to extend, and those are the ones you need. And when you want it to be a little bit more comfortable, obviously up 6 with an open 3 and a 40% shooter, you want that to get to 9, not have them come back and cut it to 3 or 4.
It's senior day this Saturday, Coach. Let's start there, you know, not to get overly emotional, but the significant every year you get to that point, you know it's the home stretch, but these seniors in particular will expound more, of course, this weekend, but how they've led this team, it's been pretty special.
It's hard not to get emotional about this group and what they've done and what they've meant to this program for the last 4, in some cases 5 years, in Antoine and AJ's case. And, you know, these are guys that have been with me just about my entire coaching career. It's my first real recruiting class at that point with AJ Johnson after the COVID year too, and all the guys that have been with us this entire time. It's this is a special group. This is the most fun team that I've had the privilege to be a part of. They come to work every single day. They're the most low-maintenance group of men you can have, and it's going to be a tough one on Saturday. Yeah. It really will be. And you know, you're getting to the stretch run, like you mentioned, 4 games left, and you know every game is its one-game season right now. But I know we're going to be locked in, ready to go, but after the game, I think you'll have a few tears being shed after the game.
Yeah, well, let's go back to X's and O's really quickly. Milliken, always a tough team. They took North Central. They were trailing by double digits, found a way to beat North Central at the end, and we saw today how North Central continually is. Talk to me through the Milliken matchup itself.
Similar in some aspects to North Central. They're big, they're physical, they're tough, they run what they want to run, and they make you catch up to their style. And we had no answer for Lane Tolman down in Decatur. He had 35 points and was the best player on the floor, not even close. Physically, they took it to us a little bit, and we got to respond. And this is the one team that you wanted for the last few weeks that we feel like we didn't execute down the stretch like we did today and found out on the right side. But we got to be ready to go. They got some really good players. I think they have one of the best backcourt duos that we've seen all year in Lane Tolman and Strouder, who are both just absolute scoring playmakers that we got to be ready for.
Sounds great. Coach, get a little bit of rest if you can. We'll see you back here on Saturday.
Thank you guys for everything. Thank you.
Absolutely. Head coach Steve Djurickovic, of course, always gets a little emotional talking about your seniors. And again, I think it bears mentioning, not to discredit what has happened in the past, but now it's his team. You know what I mean? As he mentioned. And so the fact to give them their accolades this weekend, and hopefully they come away with a victory against Milliken. But let's put a bow on this one, 67-65 against North Central. Tip in at the buzzer for the big man, Ryan Johnson. Let's look through the final stats one more time before we close up shop this Wednesday evening in Kenosha. Again, a hard-fought battle for both teams, but the game stats once again presented by the Pullman Auto Stores. It's the three-pointers. North Central got the timeliest of ones there in the second. Carthage couldn't quite find them. Out-rebounded by North Central. And turnovers really had an impact as well. At the end.
An interesting game where, forget, North Central actually had the first lead of the game where they're up 2-0.
Yeah.
And then it was all Carthage the rest of the game. But as you saw, really Carthage never able to extend that lead. And credit to North Central. They really did almost everything they could to win this game. Just couldn't get that last possession to get that stop and try to push it into overtime. But I mean, credit to Carthage is that, again, they did what they had to do down the stretch. I mean, really at this time of the year, it's not about how you win it. Yeah. It's just about winning the game, and that's what they did tonight.
Indeed it was. So let's take a look now at the upcoming schedule for the CCIW Network. This Saturday, the doubleheader. Women's hoops first versus Milliken, 2 o'clock, 4:15, men's hoops versus Milliken. Next Friday the 13th, CCIW Diving Championships at 6 o'clock. And then one of my favorite non-con matchups, the Banana Slugs of UC Santa Cruz are in Kenosha to take on the men's volleyball program, looking to add a third banner to the rafters this season. They have looked excellent. And then Saturday, CCIW Diving Championships, 11:30. Men's lacrosse versus Lake Forest. We are already in lacrosse season. And then the CCIW Men's Wrestling Championships. And that all is on the CCIW Network. We want to